By the way, we should say that not only am I not wearing a tie, Mike is back in Illinois, back up going to his Mahomet-Seymour 40th
400th,
high school 400th reunion.
fourth. They had high school back then.
Yeah, they did. The hardest class was advanced abacus. That was really tough. And
Well
Egyptian
done.
history was all the
Milk,
further they
milk,
went.
milk churning.
How to take
Advanced.
how to enhanced.
He
Milk.
Mike had AP milk churning.
Yes.
Producer Tony says the Fighting Brontos.
Yeah, exactly. No, we were the Bulldogs, and you had to worry on a Friday night for football. We had a mascot, Digger, but sometimes Digger would get excited, and you didn't want to get tackled anywhere near where Digger got excited.
Nah.
No.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Listen.
But yes, we're doing the 40th anniversary, and I always thought I remember watching those things, when I'm younger, and I'm like, who are these dudes? Who are these old dudes? And now I'm like, oh, I'm not just one of the old dudes. I'm the fat old dude. Great.
I'm
Listen,
that guy.
you enjoy this weekend. You regale in stories of your butter churning class and your canoe building class and your tree chopping class back from 400 years ago. So
yes, it will. Watching the pyramids go up has to be one of the most exciting moments of my life.
it was pretty cool. Yeah, exactly. To sail down the Nile, that one trip you made that took you 10 years to make. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, floated that baby down the Nile, ran away.
There you go. Hey, let's talk about the big story in college football before we run out of time here. The SEC, after years of saying, no way, Jose, they finally break through and they're going to play a 9-game conference season starting next year. Folks, get on your knees and repent. I thought it would never happen.
The Big Ten basically guilted the SEC into playing a ninth conference game.
They did.
Although the SEC still has some good non-conference games, unlike Indiana, who is playing like the schools for the blind and deaf at the same time. They're playing those schools in their non-conference games in addition to the 9 Big Ten games. I'm sorry, but Indiana was trying to argue, well, we have 9 conference games. Oh, now what do we say?
Well, I tell you what, Indiana Signetti is not only a good football coach, but he's a fantastic PR guy, because as soon as people were giving him crap about his non-conference, he turned that coin. He turned the coin of SEC non-conference scheduling. Yeah. So he kind of changed the subject. I thought that was masterful. As a longtime salesperson, I'm like, that dude could have been a phenomenal salesman.
Yeah. The other thing, too, one of the caveats of this is that the SEC teams must schedule from their top, from the conference, from the commissioner. They must schedule a high quality opponent from either one of the big 3 conferences, Big 10, ACC, or Big 12, or Notre Dame. Will the cupcake FCS opponent go away? Absolutely not. They're staying there. But what this says is you're playing now at least 10 quality opponents. And listen, to me, I go back to, if you're going to expand to 14, 16 teams, you have to do this. I mean, what's the point of playing only 8 games in a 16-team conference?
Then why not just do divisions and have them, strict divisions, only play your division if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense. And to do it
I'll tell you why they don't, Brad. Because if you put divisions in there, now you have automatic qualifiers, and you have 4 teams each, and then they start playing each other, and basically you have something that's too close to the NFL for the SEC people to live with.
Well, yeah, everybody's got too many teams are going to lose if you do that. Too many teams lose too many games.
Here's the thing, too, that I love about what they're doing right now is that they have all this time. They have been going to, like Alabama, Georgia never play. Like once a decade would they play each other when they had divisions. Well, now the way this is, not only 9-game schedule, you have to play the high-quality non-conference, at least one high-quality non-conference, but also the way it is, you rotate where you're going to play every team in a 2-year span. One of the things before that Alabama had the advantage during the heyday, winning all their titles in the past decade, they never played the best team from the other division unless they got to the conference championship game, and by then they're both in the top 5. So now you're actually going to have regular season games. Alabama and Georgia are going to play every other year. Georgia, LSU will play every other year. Florida, Alabama. It's one of those things that I'm not saying the SEC teams haven't been great, because they have, but it does level the playing field now, and everyone's going to have to play these power teams in conference.
Oh yeah, I want to see this Texas. How about Texas and Georgia year after every other year? Texas and Alabama, Texas. So you could have Alabama, could have Texas and Georgia, and whether you go down the list, it's like holy cow, these schedules are going to be great. That may do some damage to the SEC trying to get teams in that playoff, though. You never know. So we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts if that happens.
I think they're setting the stage, and for your typical football fan, now they get another week where you have a potential big matchup. I know it's not fun for the coaches, but I would think for the fans and the players, this is a huge win.
Yeah, I do too. Hey, on that, we got to run. It's been a great show. Thanks so much again to Phil Steele. We appreciate everyone stopping by. I appreciate you as well. Enjoy the games, and next Friday, it is on like Donkey Kong. I don't know where I came from. Bad dad joke. Next week, Illinois versus Western Illinois. We'll be right back here on your radio station as well. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the games. We'll see you then.